Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're exploring one of the most captivating and deeply personal materials in all of watchmaking, bronze. No other metal in horology ages with such character, such individuality, and such soul. Bronze develops a patina that is entirely unique to its owner, shaped by the chemistry of your skin, the environments you move through, and the life you live while wearing it. Two bronze watches side by side will never age the same way, making every bronze timepiece ultimately one of a kind. From accessible entry points into this extraordinary material to some of the most celebrated bronze watches ever produced, today's countdown covers the full spectrum of what bronze watchmaking has to offer. Let's get started. Number 10. Seiko Prospex SPB237 Bronze Diver. The Seiko Prospex SPB237 opens our countdown by demonstrating that the bronze watch experience, in all its warm, aging, deeply personal glory, does not need to begin with a significant financial commitment. Seiko's mastery of tool watch engineering is essentially without peer in its price segment, and the SPB237 brings that mastery to bear on a bronze case of genuine warmth and visual depth that immediately communicates why this material has captivated collectors worldwide. The rich, earthy tone of the bronze case pairs with the textured dial in a colorway combination that feels simultaneously prehistoric and entirely contemporary, a pairing that looks equally at home on a vintage NATO strap and a modern rubber dive strap. The caliber 6R35 movement inside is one of Seiko's finest, delivering a full 70-hour power reserve with an accuracy and reliability that reflects decades of in-house movement refinement. 200 meters of water resistance makes this a genuinely capable dive instrument, not merely a dive-inspired aesthetic exercise. Sapphire crystal protects the beautifully finished dial, and the screw-down crown adds another layer of professional credibility to a package that already punches far above its weight class. The SPB237 is the bronze diver that starts collections and reorients expectations simultaneously. The Seiko Prospex SPB237 Bronze Diver retails for approximately $100 USD5. Number 9. Citizen Promaster Tough Bronze. The Citizen Promaster Tough Bronze is a watch that approaches the bronze diver category from a direction entirely its own, and the result is one of the most practically formidable tool watches on this entire countdown. Citizen has spent decades engineering watches for professionals who genuinely need their timepiece to function under extreme conditions. And the Promaster Tough Bronze carries that philosophy into a bronze package with a seriousness and thoroughness that distinguishes it immediately from competitors who treat professional specifications as marketing decoration. The super titanium case, back and crown components paired with the bronze bezel and case elements create a material combination of outstanding durability. Citizen's super titanium is hardened to 5 times the resistance of standard titanium, making the structural components of this watch essentially impervious to the kind of everyday abuse that leaves lesser watches looking their age in the wrong way. The EcoDrive solar movement eliminates the battery replacement cycle entirely, converting any light source into charging energy with an efficiency that means this watch will run indefinitely in normal wearing conditions without ever visiting a watchmaker for a power source change. 200 meters of water resistance, screw-down crown, and a unidirectional bezel complete a professional specification that demands to be taken seriously. The Citizen Promaster Tough Bronze retails for approximately $650 USD. Number 8. Tissot Seastar 1000 Powermatic 80 Bronze. The Tissot Seastar 1000 Powermatic 80 Bronze is the entry point into Swiss bronze dive watchmaking, and it fulfills that role with a completeness and quality that makes it genuinely difficult to argue for spending more until your budget substantially exceeds what this watch demands. Tissot's Swatch Group membership grants it access to manufacturing infrastructure, movement technology, and finishing capabilities that independent brands and even some larger houses at higher price points cannot match. And the Seastar 1000 Bronze is the direct beneficiary of that competitive advantage. The bronze bezel ring surrounding the stainless steel case offers the patina experience in a measured, considered way. The element of the watch most exposed to skin contact and environmental interaction develops its unique aging character, while the case structure retains the dimensional stability and water resistance integrity that a pure bronze case requires more careful management to maintain. The Powermatic 80 caliber inside delivers that now familiar and deeply impressive 80-hour power reserve with silicon-balanced spring anti-magnetic performance. specifications that remain genuinely exceptional at this price regardless of how many times they appear across the Swatch Group portfolio. 300 meters of water resistance with a robust screw-down crown and sapphire crystal complete a professional dive watch specification that leaves nothing meaningful on the table. The Tissot Seastar 1000 Powermatic 80 bronze retails for approximately $925 USD. Number 7. Rado Captain Cook Bronze. The Rado Captain Cook Bronze is the watch that demonstrates most elegantly how bronze and high-technology ceramic can coexist in a single design to produce something of genuine material sophistication, a combination that only Rado, with its unrivaled expertise in advanced ceramic manufacture, could execute with this level of conviction. Where most bronze watch manufacturers pair their cases with conventional steel or rubber, Rado reaches into its own unique material science heritage and combines the warm, living bronze of the bezel and case with a plasma high-tech ceramic that brings scratch resistance and a technical modernity that elevates the Captain Cook Bronze beyond the vintage-inspired category it might otherwise inhabit. The Captain Cook design, that beautifully proportioned cushion case, the warmly legible dial, the domed crystal that adds period authenticity, carries particular emotional resonance in bronze. The material's inherent warmth amplifies the vintage character of the design in a way that steel could never achieve, while Rado's material expertise ensures the watch ages gracefully rather than unpredictably. The revival of the Captain Cook nameplate was one of the industry's great reintroduction success stories, and the bronze variant represents the most characterful and collectible expression of that revival. The Rado Captain Cook Bronze retails for approximately $2,150 USD. Number 6. Oris Divers 65 Bronze. The Oris Divers 65 Bronze is a pairing of watch design and case material so naturally sympathetic that it feels less like a product decision and more like an inevitability, as though the 65 design was always destined to find its fullest expression in bronze and simply had to wait for the right moment to arrive. The cushion case silhouette that defines the 65's visual identity was born in 1965, an era when bronze was a material of genuine industrial romance, associated with maritime hardware, naval instruments, and the working waterfront environments that the original diver was built to accompany. Rendering that case in bronze reconnects the 65 with the material world of its own origins in a way that feels historically honest rather than nostalgically constructed. The patina that develops on the 65 Bronze interacts with the cushion case geometry in a particularly beautiful way. The edges and high points age more rapidly than the flat surfaces, creating a three-dimensional aging effect that emphasizes the case architecture and makes the watch look more interesting with each passing month of wear. Oris's independent manufacture status and genuine ocean conservation commitments give the 65 Bronze a philosophical weight that purely commercial watchmakers cannot replicate. This is a watch with a soul that deepens over time, quite literally. The Oris Divers 65 Bronze retails for approximately $2,400 USD. Number 5. Hamilton Khaki Navy Scuba Bronze. The Hamilton Khaki Navy Scuba Bronze arrives at the midpoint of our countdown as the most purposeful and uncompromisingly tool watch-minded bronze diver on the list. A watch that approaches the category not from the perspective of aesthetic romance, but from the tradition of genuine professional naval diving equipment that Hamilton's military heritage makes uniquely credible. The Khaki Navy lineage traces directly to Hamilton's long history of supplying precision timepieces to the United States Navy, and every design decision in the Scuba Bronze reflects that working relationship with professional underwater operators rather than the lifestyle dive watch market that has diluted the category at large. The bronze case is substantial and serious, sized and proportioned for maximum legibility and operational reliability rather than wrist elegance, with a unidirectional bezel that operates with a precision and resistance that communicates quality engineering in every interaction. The bold, high-contrast dial reads instantly and completely in the degraded visibility conditions that real diving produces, and the loom application covers every marker and both hands with a generosity that leaves no ambiguity about time remaining in a dive. The ETA-based automatic movement inside is the industry's most trusted caliber for professional application, with a global service network that ensures maintenance availability wherever a Navy diver's career might take them. The Hamilton Khaki Navy Scuba Bronze retails for approximately $195 USD. Number 4. Panerai Submersible Bronzo. The Panerai Submersible Bronzo occupies a position in the bronze watch landscape that no other timepiece on this list can challenge. It is the watch that effectively created the modern collector appetite for bronze dive watches. The piece that demonstrated to the entire industry that bronze was not a material curiosity, but a legitimate, desirable, and collectible choice for serious watchmaking. When Panerai first introduced a bronze case to the Luminor and Submersible lineage, the collector community's response was immediate, visceral, and commercially decisive. Waitlists formed, secondary market premiums accumulated, and every other serious watch manufacturer took note and began developing their own bronze programs. The Submersible Bronzo carries that originator status with a quiet authority that imitators simply cannot claim. The case dimensions are classic Panerai, large, commanding, and wrist-filling in a way that makes an immediate and unapologetic statement about the wearer's confidence in wearing something genuinely bold. The in-house P9How10 automatic movement delivers a 3-day power reserve with a chronometric precision that reflects Panerai's evolution from licensed movement dependency to genuine manufacture status. 300 meters of water resistance, a cushion-shaped bronze case that patinas with extraordinary depth and complexity, and the Panerai crown-protecting device that has defined the brand's aesthetic identity since its origins as a supplier to the Italian Navy combine into a watch of iconic status that bronze collectors regard as essentially mandatory. The Panerai Submersible Bronzo retails for approximately $14,500 USD. Number 3. Tudor Black Bay Bronze. The Tudor Black Bay Bronze takes the third position on today's list by delivering what is arguably the most complete and satisfying bronze watch ownership experience available from any manufacturer at any price. A statement that requires no qualification once you understand what Tudor has achieved with this reference. Tudor's parent company relationship with Rolex grants it access to manufacturing, quality control, and movement development resources that no genuinely independent manufacturer at this price can approach. And the Black Bay Bronze is the watch that most completely demonstrates what those resources make possible. The chocolate brown leather strap with burgundy lining, included as standard and perfectly matched to the bronze case's natural aging direction, is one of the great strap pairings in contemporary watchmaking, a combination that looks deliberately coordinated from the first day of ownership and grows more harmonious as the bronze develops its patina toward the same warm brown family of tones. The MT5601 in-house movement is a landmark caliber, Koeski certified chronometric precision, 70 hours of power reserve, and a free-sprung balance wheel of outstanding accuracy stability, all produced within the Tudor manufacture and serviced within the Tudor network worldwide. The Black Bay design language, the snowflake hands, the domed crystal, the gilt dial printing on certain references, translates into bronze with a naturalness that suggests the material was always the intended choice rather than a subsequent variation. 5 years of manufacturer warranty from Tudor reflects a confidence in build quality that the secondary market consistently validates. The Tudor Black Bay Bronze retails for approximately $4,400 USD. Number 2. Zenith Pilot Type 20 Extra Special Bronze. The Zenith Pilot Type 20 Extra Special Bronze earns the second position on today's list by bringing something to the bronze watch conversation that no other timepiece here provides. The soul and visual authority of the golden age of aviation, rendered in a material that carries its own romance of age and patina, powered by one of the most historically significant movements in all of Swiss watchmaking. The Type 20 design reaches back to the onboard chronographs fitted to French military aircraft in the early 20th century. Large, legible, built for function in an era when a pilot's life could genuinely depend on the accuracy of the instrument strapped to the control panel or wrist. That design vocabulary, the oversized crown-sized for gloved hands, the cushion case, the cathedral hands, the bold Arabic numerals, translates into bronze with a historical rightness that makes the Pilot Type 20 Extra Special Bronze feel less like a contemporary watch and more like a genuine artifact from a more adventurous era of human achievement. The movement inside is the El Primero, Zenith's legendary automatic caliber, the first automatic chronograph movement in horological history, and still one of its finest, beating at a high frequency that enables a smooth sweeping seconds hand and exceptional timing precision. Here deployed not in a chronograph configuration but as a pure time-only driving force, the El Primero's engineering heritage powers the Type 20 Extra Special with a horological significance that transforms the act of winding and wearing it into something genuinely connected to watchmaking history. The bronze case ages with a drama and depth that perfectly complements the aviation heritage of the design, warm, complex, and entirely individual to each owner's experience of wearing it. The Zenith Pilot Type 20 Extra Special Bronze retails for approximately $8,900 USDs. Number 1. IWC Big Pilot's Watch Spitfire Bronze. The IWC Big Pilot's Watch Spitfire Bronze claims the summit of today's countdown with an authority and presence that befits a watch bearing one of the most emotionally resonant names in aviation history. And it earns that position not through heritage alone, but through a combination of design integrity, movement excellence, manufacturing quality, and material execution that sets a standard no other bronze watch on this list reaches. IWC's relationship with aviation timekeeping is one of the longest and most technically rigorous in the industry, dating to a period when the demands of aerial navigation placed requirements on watchmakers that drove genuine innovation in precision, legibility, and reliability. The Big Pilot's Watch design, that enormous, commanding dial with its cathedral hands, its bold Arabic numerals, and its central seconds architecture designed for instant, unambiguous time reading in the cockpit, represents the fullest expression of IWC's aviation philosophy. And in bronze, it acquires a warmth and organic character that the steel and titanium variants cannot approach. The Spitfire designation connects this watch to one of the most celebrated aircraft ever built, the elliptical-winged British fighter whose name carries an emotional charge that transcends aviation enthusiasts to reach something approaching universal cultural recognition. And IWC honors that connection with design restraint and material authenticity rather than decorative excess. The IWC Caliber A2100 movement inside is a manufacturer achievement of considerable significance. An in-house automatic with 70 hours of power reserve, a Peloton winding system of outstanding efficiency, and a soft iron inner case that provides anti-magnetic protection to a standard that pilots navigating modern avionic environments genuinely require. The bronze case of the Spitfire reference develops a patina of extraordinary complexity and warmth. The large surface areas of the Big Pilot's case create a canvas for the material's aging character that smaller cases cannot offer, producing a watch that looks measurably different and more characterful with each passing year of wear. This is a watch that carries history on its dial, develops its own history on its case, and marks the history of everyone fortunate enough to wear it. The IWC Big Pilot's Watch Spitfire Bronze retails for approximately $8,500 USD, and it delivers a bronze watch experience that stands alone at the pinnacle of everything this extraordinary material makes possible.